Now let's take a look at how to edit our website. So we have someone for this now, currently, but just in case that falls apart or you need to get on quickly to edit something, here's how you would do that. So let's go over to Google Chrome, and on this computer, I already have a login set up, and I also have it bookmarked, which you'll want to do once you get your credentials for it. So we'll go to website, which is what I have it labeled as here on this computer. And I have a broken link, but it'll send me to the correct page. Which all you have to do in order to get here is just type in blueridgecommunitytheater.com/WP login. Just that part. That's all you need, and it will bring you here. So I'll put in my credentials. And it will take a little bit to load. Usually it's faster. Okay, here we go. This is what it looks like right now. By the time you see this, I don't know if any pages will change or anything like that. Hopefully not, but we'll see. So here's what we'll do. We'll go to pages first. And let me go ahead and flip to the actual website so we can see which page we're looking at where. Okay, so here's the home page. All right, and we have our header image. We have this logo on there, which I did through Photoshop. Just took this image, cropped it to what I wanted it to be, and then stuck this PNG image on there, which you can see how to do that in the Photoshop video. And then this is all the stuff that we have up right now, and this is all on the home page. To go to different pages, you either click on the top bar or you mouse over, and then you have different things that you can select if there's a drop down menu. Okay, so the biggest or the most viewed pages, at least for you, and most adjusted pages are going to be this home page, because we always have things that are changing here, and the main stage page. Sunny D will have things that change as well. With main stage, you're going to change the auditions, and I'm not sure why right now we have two different main stage buttons. That's something we'll have to look at. But while that loads, let's pop back over here. Those pages can all be edited in the pages section. Neat, right? So click on that. And my internet is really running slow today. It's storming outside, so that could be why. Alright, going back to the website page. This is archives that we can see here of past plays, and there we go. Everything takes a minute to load up. And if we went to the 2018 season, it gives you the lineup of the shows. And this is the upcoming season here. This is our next show, Nonsense, all that good stuff. Okay? So pretty simple. If we want to edit those pages, like the first page is the home page, we'll just find it here and we'll click Edit. And what this will do, this will bring us to a screen where we have all that information in a box, which you're about to see. And it works very much like Microsoft Word or any other publishing software online that you'd use pretty much anywhere. Also like Vendini, and you can see the Vendini video for that. You have links that you can set up, which there it is. You can edit those links. You can remove links. You can have pictures. You can edit those, and you can switch them out. This way you can put links on the pictures so that when they click it, it would either just give them a white page like this and then have the image come up. If you're not a user of WordPress or of this site, you're just on there as a general customer. And right here, link to media file, you could do a custom URL and drop it in there, and you could have the image take them to the box office page or wherever. You could replace it here. The size for the home page here, let me go back to the home page, and for this page as well, we use the small or custom thumbnails, which is 150 by 150 pixels, and that just allows everything to fit in nicely, as you can see here, and works it into a box so that everything lines up correctly. You can embolden, which you can see this one is, but the rest of them aren't for some reason. There's always little things like that that need to be changed, tweaked, sought out, and fixed. We have a TripAdvisor little guy over here. That's a widget, and you can find the widgets by going to the customize section of WordPress. That is something that you typically won't have to do. That goes through your website person. And I'm scrolling up and down here, just looking at everything. You can come down here, and this is what people see on Google when they type in, if they type in anything like Blue Ridge Community Theater, Theaters in Blue Ridge, or whatever. This is what they'll see. You can edit this snippet and make it say something different. Sometimes you'll want that. Because it typically will pull up the first sentence on the page. You may not want that. It may not read well, and you want people to want to click on your page, obviously. We have the header options here, titles, all that type of stuff that can be fixed, changed. The background image, you can select different colors for the backgrounds, which is this color here that fits our logo colors. So that's the home page. Okay, and again, it's very easy to use, very simple. For most of the time, we'll just go to the website person with any issues, but just in case, it's important to know how to work this. One of the best ways to do it is just to go on to the site, see how it's set up, and without actually changing anything, you can make changes and then come over here to preview changes just to see what it would look like. But once you push update, it goes live. If you wanted to create your own page just to give someone an idea of a new page or something like that, you could come over to pages. Once this page loads up, you'll just click create a new page, and right here, add new up at the top. And then you could create a page and not have it linked anywhere in the menu or anything, and you could do whatever you want to it and fix it up however you'd like, and it would be safe here without anyone seeing it. And if you're new to WordPress and new to making websites, that's a good way to do it. And you can use different plugins that are found over here to see what they do. You can install new plugins. You can check out the appearance of the page and all that type of stuff. But overall, you want to be very careful because obviously this goes out to everyone and everyone can see it. All right. The next page that we'll take a look at is the main stage page. While that loads up for editing, we're going to be looking at these pages. Live Music is Better is set up pretty much the same way as the main stage pages. So 2017 season, we probably shouldn't have this big of a space here. We go to 2018, and you can go through and see all of those lined up. Sunny D, the main stage page has this as well as the auditions, and there's only one for School of Rock, and it's not broken up very well. This should be in bold font, so it's a little bit easier to read because this just looks like a lot of black right now. It should look more like this, and you want some of your font to be bold so that stands out, and you're not just looking at a lot of text, because that looks kind of sloppy. If you go over to auditions on the main stage page, which again, by the time you see this, it's going to inevitably look different. Here's what we have for main stage. All right, and so we have the director, we have the description, we have the dates here, always have who it's by, the playwrights. The cast, if they have specific cast information like of characters, character descriptions, you could drop those in there as well. And then give some ideas to show dates and when rehearsals will begin, and then give the director's info and email so people can contact the director and not you, and that will be very beneficial to you and your time. This right here is incorrect, and that's my mistake, so we're going to go ahead and fix that. So this is the 2018 season page. So let's jump back and let's fix auditions. If you trash a page, you haven't completely deleted it. It just moves to a trash bucket. And then you can go to that, just like on your computer, empty it, and then that actually will delete it. So for this, what I'm going to do is take this off, ampersand, oops, and I'm in the wrong spot, still in the wrong spot, there we go. And Monday, December 11th, 6 p.m. And I could have reformatted that, but it's okay. And we're just going to update because I know it's going to look all right, or it should look all right. And then we can refresh this page and see, once it loads up, and I see one more error. While that loads, let's go ahead and fix this other error on here. Directed by Mike Lacey and Joey Roderick. And there's our updates. This other one will come once we refresh the page. And there we have it once that loads. Okay, so you go to each page, just see what's there, see if there needs to be any changes, stuff like that. If you add a new page and you need to drop that into the menu, what you'll do is you'll come down to Appearance and go to Menu. Reloading. Go down to Appearance once it loads up. Go to Menus. Usually my internet is not this slow, and that was fixed properly. Good. So what we're going to be editing now are these menu options here. And what you would do is you would create a new page. The new page would be over here in this scrolling section. You could select it and then click Add to Menu, and then that new page would just drop all the way to the bottom. Then you'd grab it and you could move it wherever you want. So right now we see Home, and Home doesn't have a drop down, but Main Stage does. And we see Main Stage, and we see 2018, and we have Auditions. Okay, so we see these two. So this is a sub menu, which I'm not a huge fan of. So we have our menu, then the sub menu, the two things that drop down, and this is a sub item, and we can click this one because there's nothing under it. And then we have this one, which has two sub items under the sub item, so it's a sub item. We can click on either of these. And what we do is, if we want this to be just a sub item, we grab it, and then we'd move it up and over, or down and over. We'd have to completely move it out, and then let's do that though. That's a sub item of Home. We're gonna come over here and move it over. If it's gonna I'm sorry, it won't let me because it's the same name. And you could completely remove this sub-item, which would, or move it over like I just did, which would then make these two just regular sub-items instead of being sub-items. Okay, so again, to bring something in, you create the page, select it, add to menu, then drop it in wherever you want it to go. And it will fall in line up somewhere along up here, or in a sub-menu, or a sub-menu. Okay? And again, you can see all of our menu options there. So that's the main part of this. If you don't save it, then obviously nothing will be saved. You can just leave and everything will go back to normal, which is what I'm going to do now. The events section, there's a calendar on here that at least used to be. I'm pretty sure it's still somewhere. One of the things with this is that you don't want to do what I'm doing right now and go, well, I know it's up here somewhere. but we may not be utilizing it right now. Again, stuff changes on here regularly. Anytime that we put our phone number out, we put in the box office number, and typically we put in the main number as well, which is 632-9223. We have all of our ticket price stuff here. So I think we took away the events, which is good because that was a pain to keep track of. So this video moved a little bit slower. Sorry about that. One other thing that's very important that people are going to ask you is about this. Most people don't read this. They just come over here and they click on purchasing the tickets. They don't understand that if they're using Internet Explorer or oftentimes Edge, Microsoft Edge, that this page isn't going to work properly. They will click to select their tickets. They'll go to order. And then they will go, oh, it's completely open like this is. And I talk about this in the Vendini video as well, but in case you haven't seen that, they need to enable their Flash player to be able to select their seats. They can just follow this information to do it. It's very simple, and once they do that, they'll be able to pick their seats properly and see what's available and what's not. So make sure that if people have an issue, that they're doing that. They need to be not using Internet Explorer. Preferably, they should be using Chrome, and they need to have their Flash player enabled. Just direct them to this link here if they are having an issue. Okay, so that's what we'll stick with for now in this show, in this video. Thanks for watching.